Well, inside here is either the beginning of a new chapter in my railway modelling, or a bit of a mistake, but something for the collection. Let's find out which, shall we? It's about the best angle I can give you. But yes, I wanted to capture myself on what's it, just see my own reactions to this. So, if anyone familiar with Anthony's channel, you'll be familiar with the tape. Or some of it at least. Yes, because I don't want to then sort of have room to backtrack or go, oh, I didn't actually react like that one. We're gonna see it, aren't we? So, extra chuckle there, as it's already come by DHL. Because obviously Lippe had to order this in. It was available within, well, no, was that 5 to 10 days, right? Must be fine. It's just funny, they obviously opened it one way. Alright. Up. Oh, it is a full. Okay. Right, 1 second, it's making horrible noises. So, apologies for that. But, yes. Oh, nice. So, one analogue starter set from Pico. German Pico. Right, we'll put that view back on. I'll just do that with this. Phone, what are you doing? Come on. This looks great. And don't be such clever. It's your issue. Right. And don't be such a clever dicky. Some of you will get that reference. Others, maybe not. It's got a sort of carry handle on top, that's cool. Interesting, it opens. It's got a carry handle here, but then it opens. It's yeah. So it comes with Pico's own road bed, pre-road bedded track in it. See, it didn't actually say anything about the track on there. I'll show you pictures of the track on the listing on the website, but yep, so there's your big sheet of paper that goes behind the window. Tells you what's in it. Right. Let's get to the bits. Oh. 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 So I'm guessing. Guess that's more tracks. It says a Gleis mit Beton. So I guess that'll be me. Rest of me track, yes, because we've got corners here. Very similar in colour to the Märklin ballast. So it's, yeah. Now, okay, these seem to have had a bit of an accident in shipping. Something off over there, and the loco's looking a bit bent. So let's get that out. Right, so I'll sit myself down. There we go. I'll pick that up. Let's have a look at the loco then. So something I found out about this is it's tender drive. Oh, hello. So we have some sort of compressor tank. It's really become jammed in there. Oh, there we are. There we are. It's free. It's free. So I noticed this is a tender drive, which seems a little bit strange. Okay. Okay, so let's just see where that bit came from. See if there's any aha. Looks like that's fairly obvious. Look at the box art. Yeah. So, I'll bring you over. The Prussian G7 steam engine. And you can see there's two little holes there. So that actually sits on the running board on the real one. So, we need to line that up. That tank up with there. Those two holes, just simply press it back in. Like that. The G7. I believe it's a G7. RH71 of the SNCB. This is the Belgian Railways. In their very attractive livery. There's, I see it get called moss green. Also lower toe, it is indeed tender drive. If I lift the tender up, we can. So, yeah. But unlike the Hornby tender drives I've had, the old ones, there's not much play in the connection here, so it's not it shouldn't be too noticeable, really, as long as it's smooth. The coal load does leave a bit to be desired there. But this is a budget range. This is a budget range, you know, it's not going to be hugely wonderful, is it? It's designed to get you going. Serial number starting at 71, CSRH 71. So I think this is a Prussian G7. But, so the story behind these would be, there's loads of other fine details that could have easily been broken off and haven't been, so the fact we got something quite big, let's move one polystyrene there, is really good. You know, whistle's intact and all that. So these would have been part of the reparations for the First World War, as per the condition of Germany's surrender. In basically the Allies of the Entente were, you know, that were basically out to make Germany pay for quote unquote what they had done. So some of that was in locomotives. Quite a lot of it was in locomotives. The most obvious thing today of it, if you ever go to Belgium particularly, is if you go to the areas affected where they had to rebuild churches, look at the size of the spires compared to the size of the church. There's a bit of a discrepancy. They're enormous. It's squeeze every last penny out of them. Yeah, so, you know, but it does mean, because we've got to, it's happened, you know, we've got to look on the bright side of things where we can. It does mean it makes it possible for me to model Belgian railways. It's very kind of them, really, isn't it? Do all that just for me. I'm blown away. This thing, it's budget. That is really light. The cab does feel a bit flimsy, but you're not operating it squeezing the cab all the time, are you? So, you know, put a crew in there, be kind of nice. This has a load of weight to it, so it should be a decent run. That is metal. That coal load is actually metal. But really, all I'd want to do here is just put a little sprinkling of my own on top, maybe. Just enough just to make it look a bit better than that. But yeah, we have the rear view, of course. Again, you got the number of the engine on there, and these two headlights. I don't know how many of these lights actually work. But yeah, so pretty cool. Pretty cool. Really quite awesome, that one. I was going to do this all on the stream, but then I thought, hang on, what if I don't like it? What if we go, oh, this is a bit rubbish, and I've already taken up the Kato loops and the rest of it, so let's not do that. But have a look at some of the other rolling stock. The really cool thing is it comes with 5 wagons. Now, I just want a bit of comparison here for the TT stuff that's being released. Now, of course, there's been a lot of things said about, oh, wonderful, wonderful. There's a nice budget entry level starter set coming out. The Normandy B7 locomotive with two trucks. £99.99. This is 113. So obviously plus a little bit for shipping. This cost me 113, it's about 125 I think, without the being part of the Lippe club, without that extra discount. 125, £25 more, well, £25 and a penny more, plus your shipping. Obviously the 99 on the TT starter set will come down at retailers, I'm sure. But just in blow for blow, that £25 more gets you an 080 tender engine, 5 trucks of various types, including, you will see in a minute, including a very important piece, and also your circular tractor controller, which will come on. I've just touched it there. Initial assessment is feels alright. It's not as nice as the Metaclin one, but you know, that was basically a full fat DCC control I got in that one, wasn't it? So yeah. But yeah, so let's have a look at the trucks. We get this nice little van here. You'll notice everything does have the Belgian logo on it, just there. That's nice. It's got loads of weight to it. Loads of weight to it. Should roll really nice. Better wheels again on that one. We'll do the important one now. And anyone that's watched any of my other videos, I see a comment I left on Peachy's video, Peachy 120, he responded to, and I said, you know, all these releases, still no brake fans. I mean, in particular, was the fact that, you know, a newcomer to the hobby, you've got your fantastic, you know, probably what's going to be about 80, 85, isn't it, that start set. You've got a locomotive and 2 trucks, you know, a van and a, is it a van and a open wagon? And obviously then you've got the Pico open wagon. Oh, you've got an outside freight train. And I said, but you've got no brake van still. It's an illegal train for actually going between yards even, or what have you. For those who aren't, you know, there's a good Queen Mary brake out there as a kit, and he did respond saying he believes that the previously released brake fans are going to be available, so at least you'll have something. But of course, those will be LNER brake fans, and this is a Southern engine and Southern trucks, so it's, again, it's a bit strange to me still, that one. But haha, a brake compartment, a van with a brake compartment to it, in the Belgian livery. So my train here is going to be legal. So important piece of rolling stock there. So what else do we get? We get a flatbed. Should be a stake. Looks like it should be a stake wagon. There's holes in the sides for stuff to go on. Again, beautiful weight to this. Must be a nice weight in between the 2 plastic feet there. Again, in the Belgian livery. Nice green on there as well. And now, okay, we could say I got 5 trucks, which I physically have. Got 4 really, because these 2 are duplicates essentially. But got a little tank wagon. Quite good, nice amount of you know, printing on here and that, and the little logo there. Is that CHB or C? Yeah, something similar. It has got the Belgian logo again on there. So that's one little tank wagon. Now, obviously, 678 is all you need for an Inglenook. But with an Inglenook, you need 5 different wagons. Oh, sorry, 8 different easily distinguishable wagons. And the really nice thing there is this one has not got the logo on it. Is the number different? Any number different on it as well? 539. Yeah. Yeah, different numbers. That's 93539 without the logo. The one with the logo is 593334. And actually, yes, there are different details again, because there's a panel down there with no text on it in that one, and this one has got some text in it. So obviously there is a detail difference. If someone knows, please let me know. You know, it's very much going to be a run as I see fit. Yeah, I'm not looking to recreate the actual proper running practices of the Belgian railways at this stage, I'll say, at least, because I just want to have fun. I don't want to get bogged down in nitty-gritty. That did spoil the Japanese for me for a bit, because I was like, oh, I've got all this stuff and everything, I've got all this, and no idea how they actually run the system. And it was only last year someone said, oh well, they base it on how we used to run our railways. And oh, okay. But it's still not sort of filtered in, because I've got used to just running. So this one, I'm just going to do that and not worry about it too much. If I do learn over time and I pick up little bits and pieces, like I with the Japanese, you know, hey, I'm still running that. So what else do we get in here? We get some of our track. Here's the power one. I do find that interesting how it's sort of is. So that's our track clip in there. Can be unclipped from the look of it. But they've given you a nice little brick effect base to the at the bottom there. It's kind of nice, isn't it? So now we work out how this goes together. So I'm guessing. So unlike the Märklin one, it does, or the Trix one, there's no continuity on that bit. You're going to be relying on the fish plates, which is fortunate. Then you've got the clips underneath. So yes, not the most user friendly this. I would show you, but I'm trying to line up these. There we are. Yeah, so I think it's all, you've got to line up the fish plates first, and then that clips in, and I think it's going to be a case of pushing it home, and then we're going to have to pull it apart to release it again, because there's no way, with the fish plates being the way they are, there's no way you can do the Märklin system of upward or downward. Märklin is, oh, Trix and Märklin are up. There's no way you can do this downwards, because you break that, you bend it out of shape. So you're going to have to pull it. So that's something to bear in mind. We'll come back to the track in a moment. So I wanted to talk about the controller. Get my thoughts on this. Now this doesn't matter too much, because there it is. It is a nice little handheld. It is a bit cheap feeling. But you know, it doesn't feel as breakable as, shall we say, the Hornby starter set one. This isn't a dick on Hornby session, by the way. This is just, you know, it's not as nice as the Bachmann equivalent. Obviously, I've not tried a Trix analog starter thing. The Loco is DCC ready, by the way. So yes, it clicks into the centre position, so that's a nice off, and it can't be easily turned. So you're forward and backward. Hear that? Little click. So centre, click, going the other way, centre, you'll hear a click in a minute. So there's your forward and reverse changeover, polarity changeover happening. But yeah, I mean, for me, this is, I've got a Gauge Master Combi, and you know, if I wanted to, I wouldn't have to use any of this. I could go and get the Combi, plug it in to the track, and off we go with the Combi. So, but we'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. I mean, might as well, it's here, isn't it? So Coming back to the track, what's the radius like, and am I going to get a chance of setting it up on here? So let's try putting this together. So that's them lined up. Okay. Okay, that's together. It's all lined up and together. So you can see now it's in. That's how it looks. So yes, I do have to say I prefer the Märklin Tricks solution to that one, or the Kato Tonics. This is a bit more similar to the Tonics in a way than me. Kato. I think this has got a. So yeah, this is obviously only something. What's that? That's a quarter turn, isn't it? I don't think we're going to get a circuit of this on there, but because it's got a road bed, we could do a stream a different way round and do it. Oh god! Ah, see, yes, you do. But actually, do you know what? It comes apart reasonably well. It's going to be enough to hold it to stop it moving when the train's running. So yes, I'd assume in our nicely packaged box here we've got the rest of the track. I'm trying to keep it as short as possible because I know some people seem to like them, some people seem to despise them. The dreaded unboxing video. But I want to see all my thoughts and impressions. Yeah, it's not the easiest stuff to get together in the world, I've got to say. I can't work out if that one's an extra one or not. How many have we got? Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many have we got? 2, 4, 6. I think it's 6 per. Little birdie's telling me it's 6 per side. It wasn't the one you just heard outside. That one. Right. So there we have a full half turn. That feels a lot bigger than the Märklin one. Now there are actually dimensions on the box, but where's the fun in that? Right, let's just have a look. Yeah, it's pushing your luck. I'm not comfortable with it. It's pushing my luck too much. So I think what we'll go ahead and do is I'll carry on setting up. You've obviously got the normal straights here. I will set it up, and I'll set it up where I'm sitting in a minute. And we will do the stream later like that. Obviously, once the locos run in, it won't really matter. It will run on Tricks. I think I'm going to use the Tricks C track. Though I do like the shallow road bed on this. It's got pros and cons, this track, yeah. I think the cons outweigh the pros, but yeah, you know. So I'll set that up. We'll just show you. They do give you a railer, which is really nice. But I'll set it up and come back to you, and we'll have the train run for the first time. Right? See you in a moment. Right, that should give you a grandstand view, just about. So, as you can see, Honor wouldn't let me run it straight on top of the bed, so I have put a load of boxes down just to try and level the playing field, as it were. Right, so I'm now going to introduce the track power to the system. So try and do this as quickly as possible. Doesn't matter which side of the room we go on, you get a shadow. It's just the way of things in here. Threading a needle. Let's try that. Talk about yourselves. There we are, that's one in. No, it's not. It's come out again. Right. Hopefully that is somewhat, as they say, actually in. Right. Is it in yet? Yes. Now, we take the power cable. And that actually slots into the back of this, you see there? Like that. Then you've got the table card, the cable tidy, one side, the other, or down the middle, depending on where you want to put it. So, notice the one down the middle. Right. So in theory, all one has to do now is get one trusty European plug converter. I say trusty, it's about as solid as Dr. Griffin's defence. Okay, we're ready to run a train. Finally, you cry, finally! So we use our handy railer. Make sure that's seated properly. I think that piece is going to need a bit of glue to hold it on, you know. Okay, so the moment grand has arrived. Which way is it going to go? Place your bets now. 3, 2, 1. That's right, backwards. That's no working lights in this one, but oh well. Very smooth runner. Now obviously bear in mind it's not been running yet. This is a favourite, isn't it? Just how slow can we make it go? That's not bad, is it really? because it hasn't been running yet. So, without further ado, I'm gonna actually run it in, and I'll see you all later in the stream where we'll have the tray behind it. Till then, I'll give you some final thoughts just as I turn the power up a little bit more. A little bit of motor noise, but do you know what? I'm not mad at that, because it won't be running anywhere near this fast when I'm actually playing with it. So, right, thoughts. You might still hear it in the background. I've done myself a dodgy there by putting that cable through that bit. So my thoughts are, there's a little light that comes on, shows you it's active. My thoughts are, don't you go stopping before I... That's what I said. Yeah, overall, it's a decent beginner starter set, I've got to say. Absolutely ideal for what I'm looking at. There are plans with what I'm going to do with the Belgian Railways. So yeah, it is a very, very nice little starter set. Now my only criticisms would be the track is incredibly flimsy. As I was putting it together, there's bits, you can see bits of the ballast shoulder that are bent in that. It is very, very flimsy. It's not got the quality of the Trix or the Märklin, or Kato hard bed. Okay, I keep saying Kato. Ignorance is bliss. I know I'm not ignorant, but I'm in bliss. Best I can be. Yeah. So that's a little bit flimsy, but the quality of the rolling stock is beautiful. I've got a nice little selection of wagons here. There's a nice little freight engine here, which looks like it could be used for shunting as well. It's more branch freightish, more than... Yeah, this isn't a big mainline slogger as such, and probably was in its day, originally. Yeah, it ticks boxes. As I'm watching it go around here, I can see it's green in the distance, I can see the red showing up nicely. The yellow lining, it ticks those boxes for a brighter scheme than my all-black train over here. And obviously then I'll have greys, greens and browns in the freight wagons. And yeah, so I'm fairly confident to say this is going to be the start of a new chapter. So yeah, anyway, look forward to seeing you in the stream later. I'm going to cut it there because I want some food, and this one needs to run in, so yeah, we'll let it do that. Right, take care all, and I'll see you later on or in another video, depending which. Bye.